Well, aloha. It's Friday. Here we are at Jamie Barber Homes doing our Aloha Friday. Well, I've it's been 2 weeks now since I got my first shot. I got one more week next week, and then I get my second shot, and then I'll be fully vaccinated and able to sort of return to the world. And let's hope the rest of you are on your journey as well. Let's sort of get back to normal, huh? Good idea. So today we're going to take a little bit of a deep dive into today's market, the current real estate boom we're sort of in. So let's look at it. That the residential real estate market is on its biggest tear since 2006. That was just before the housing bubble burst and set off a global recession. We all remember that. Yet in nearly every meaningful way, today's market is the inverse of that previous boom. In the mid-2000s, loose mortgage lending standards enabled borrowers with poor credit histories to purchase homes beyond their means, sometimes with mortgages that required low payments in the early years of the loan and then ballooned up. Too much new construction led to an oversupply of houses. Financial firms packaged these risky mortgages as securities and sold them to investors. When more homeowners started defaulting on the mortgages, lenders suffered large losses and the entire financial system froze up. Remember, it actually destroyed countries. Many homeowners paid a big price. Between 2006 and 2014, about 9.3 million households went through foreclosure, gave up their home to a lender, or sold in a distressed sale. Now, the current housing boom is more stable than the last one and poses fewer risks. A downside, there are more barriers to entry, and it's more difficult for buyers who aren't already homeowners to make their first purchase. Most real estate analysts agree that the pandemic helped ignite the current boom, as some urbanites look to leave crowded cities like New York, San Francisco, Los Angeles for cheaper cities or for more space in the suburbs while working from home. When lockdowns began lifting last year, home sales took off. June sales surged nearly 21% over the previous month, the biggest monthly increase on record going back to 1968. But that milestone only lasted a month. July sales rose 25% above June's. Now, COVID was the catalyst. COVID has catalyzed a rethinking of where we live and why we live there, where we work and how we work. Market watchers also say that a number of long-term trends are at play and should keep the housing market hot, or at least steady, even after COVID-19 related demand fades. Now, mortgage lenders are maintaining tight standards. Buyers are drawn to the market by historically low interest rates, not by easy access to credit. Rising home values also mean that if homeowners can't afford their mortgage payments, they can likely sell their homes for a profit rather than face foreclosure. That's how hot this market is right now. Now, first-time buyers are struggling to afford down payments, and many renters have lost their jobs in 2020, making ownership is even further out of reach. The housing market's biggest near-term concern is rising mortgage interest rates, which recently hit their highest level since July and cooled the market slightly. Now, bond yields have been rising as investors anticipate a post-COVID rebound, and many economists expect mortgage rates to continue creeping upwards this year. Now, Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell said this month that the central bank will maintain ultra-low interest rates. We're having a little technical problem, or I am. Um, Jerome Powell said this month that the central bank will maintain ultra low interest rates until its employment and inflation goals have been met, which he said was still a long way away. So the interest rates aren't going to climb that fast. Now, so some people who are currently working from home are also waiting for their companies to decide on future remote work policies. They may opt to stay put, out in the suburbs, working away, working from home. Economists also caution that the shortage of homes on the market could limit the number of sales this year. Now, we all know that spring is typically the busiest season for home sales, as families aim to move before before the new school year, which, at the end of the summer. So now some say that the decline of demand would be welcome, and it would be to control the prices. But even with borrowing rates near 3% for a 30 fixed loan, much of the benefit to buyers is being offset by rising home prices. Now, it's a good time to sell. And with this interest rates, if you're looking to move up, it's a good time to do that as well. Inventory's low, but you're going to keep your mortgage payments just about the same for more home. Well, this is Jamie Barber from Jamie Barber Homes. If you want to have a further discussion or talk more, or interested in selling your home, or interested in buying a home, you can always get a hold of me at jamie@jamiebarberhomes.com. Well, this is our Aloha Friday. Aloha. You guys have a great Friday, and we'll see you next week. Again, this is Jamie from Jamie Barber Homes saying aloha and have a good weekend.